Welcome, everybody, to the Robert Timmons Show. I want to say you are amazing. And I'm going to say that because today is my birthday. I have gone around the sun 49 times as of today. And funny enough, my podcast lands on January 7th. And I thought, what better than to, talk about our each of our journeys, the we live, and I'm teaching my son, he's learning about time, and he's learning about, he keeps wanting to look at the clock, and he's seeing the hands change and move. And then I said, listen, in 2 minutes you're going to get to that seven, for an example. So I would set up the stop clock, and he would watch the time fly, and he would see the numbers, move and accumulate, and then the time thing move. So I'm trying to get him into the understanding that every second, every minute, every hour is extremely valuable and priceless. Sometimes we think, when I was talking to a friend yesterday who called me up because he wanted to wish me a happy birthday before today. And he says, we've known each other for 21 years now, right? And, the difference of 21 years ago to today is how I value time. Back then I thought, I'm going to live forever. I never really thought about being 49 years old or 50 years old. I thought that was old. Now that I am 49, I feel like I'm still in my 20s because of my attitude of being positive and directive towards, serving others, and just the fun and the enjoyment of that, the purpose of every day waking up and seeing how I can help others out. Some of you may be going, well, that's a little too much, right? Too much positive, too much this. Honestly, I've I grew up the first half of my life in a lot of negative. So, when people, tend to ask me, how can you be positive all the time? Well, because I've been negative all the time before. And I'll tell you, to the point where sometimes the phone would ring and my heart would beat because I didn't know who was on the other line. And yeah, that was way before cell phones. Let me tell you, when you had a phone hanging on your wall and you had that wire, you could only go as far as the wire unless you got a really extension of that wire, so you could walk around the house with the thing on. But you know, like I said, I'm dating myself, of course, but the value of time is so incredible. And when you understand that, it can really take your thoughts to another level. You know, last year and this year, I have you know, uh, opportunity to be around a gentleman named Jesse Itzler. I enrolled in his coaching courses last year, Build Your Life Resume, Big Ass Calendar Club came later. I enrolled in that, and now I get that all year. Well, one of his great analogies of time, because his whole idea of why he has Build Your Life Resume instead of your work resume is because a lot of us go through life and we forget to live. We think every time, our life is all this, we're on that mousetrap wheel, that mouse wheel, rat wheel, or whatever they want to call it, where, you're just spinning your wheels constantly, and all you're doing is thinking, how do I make more money? Where can I go? How can I, how do people do this? How does this happen? And you forget about living. And when you live, you become more happier because you've done something that you enjoyed. And then things come to you because you enjoy more things. You've changed your attitude. You become more grateful on a daily basis. And I'm telling you this because it's worked. The shit works. I'm telling you that because I lived majority of my first half of my life negative. I was in trouble a lot. I was around, I was associated with a lot of negativity from adults to children. We all had different disruptions in our life, raising each other in a sense to be street smart. But was that good? Well, at the time it was. We didn't know any better. We didn't have any mentors or coaches. We didn't have people coming in and teaching us, or even our parents, how to live a little bit better, how to think a little bit better, how to read certain quality books. There's so much great value out there now that we have the internet. We have all these other techniques that you can utilize, these little books, apps, and all that. But to get back to Jesse Itzler's analogy, which I want to finish today off, is he talks about being on a bus. That bus is your life. People come and go on that bus constantly within your life. Giving you value, giving you shit, giving you value, giving you shit, for an example. Everybody comes into your life for a reason. You don't know what that is at times. And sometimes it veers you off track, or it actually builds you back up and moves you forward onto the direction that you want to go. Everybody's at different pathways, different vibrations, different things in their life. But the thing is, the bus never stops. It keeps moving forward. So everything that's happened already, it's happened. You don't look back. You don't look behind. You don't do anything, because that bus is still moving. Because when that bus stops, that's it. Your life's over. So I want you to think about that. How precious is that minute? I want to thank you for taking a few minutes to listen to this fully, because I hope it brought value to those minutes that you find precious as well. When I put out these messages, when I interview these amazing people, I want to bring value to your life to help you, organize or reorganize, or, create something, move forward, help somebody else, provide service and value. Because what I realize, when you only think about yourself, you don't move forward. And I mean that in a way that when you're out there and someone needs you, someone needs guidance, someone needs a service that you can provide, someone needs value in a situation that you've been in that can help them out. And that's what I'm talking about when you choose not to do that, when it becomes a disservice to what you could do. That's when you become selfish and you don't share the value within you and provide that service. Now, as this next year goes on, my goals are to be, ripped, fit, and healthy. I want to be the best damn 50-year-old I can, that I know I can. And last year, with my 61 days of cycling, with my 50,000 push-ups, things like that, didn't realize that they're actually helping me for this goal that I've had for a long time. I thought to myself, hey, I love working out. Before I hit 50, I want to look amazing. So this year is going to be my year for looking amazing and to provide as much service as I can to you, my listener. If you have any questions, you have any ideas, send them to me. I love to hear. And have a fabulous, great, super fantastic weekend. Talk to you soon, guys.